Today in the grain market, soybeans were down. The trend seems to be somewhat sideways, and I think it's because China's economy is slowing down a little bit. Also, South America forecast is pretty favorable for their crop, putting a little more pressure on the U.S. soybeans. The estimates now seem to be a little bit higher for per acre for the report that's coming out next week. That also is another, kind of like dark cloud keeping the market from rallying at all. The CVOL for soybeans is 17.7%, while the oil is 29.9%, but that's down a percentage and a half. So maybe the trend is starting to be a little bit lower. It's the first time really it's been below 30% in quite a while the meal is up a percent at 21. So maybe we're having a little bit of a reversal here, but the complex overall has kind of like stalled somewhat. Now, corn was lower today too. The fund managers just seem to have stopped or they're finished buying for the moment. We've had a 23-cent drop since yesterday's high. I think that's pretty significant, but it's possible that we're looking at maybe a little correction here. Ethanol production is a little bit below last week as well. And that big bounce that came off from October 13th and went straight up perhaps has run its course a little bit. Now, today we're down 9.5 cents. All isn't completely lost right now. We're following wheat somewhat. But there's still a couple of things that are kind of positive. And I think that we could have a little more gyrations for the rest of the year. So it's going to be something to watch for sure. The CVOL for corn is at 25%. It's down 2% today. Perhaps that's the indication that the market kind of like stalled out here yesterday. Anyway, wheat did fall. The $8 level did spark a ton of selling that, just immediately. However, the fundamentals still remain somewhat bullish for wheat. And I think that this could be just a slight correction. So all may not be over. It's just something to watch for. I'd expect that there's going to be a little more posturing before the report next week, especially because today the Paris milling wheat made another new high, and that's equivalent to well over $9 a bushel. I think that could have a little bit of a ripple effect on us, but it's something to watch for sure. The CVOL for wheat is at 27.8%. And you got to watch the option open interest because we've only got a couple of weeks left before December options go off the board, and they could have a little bit of a tail wagging the dog. So it's something to be watching. USDA estimates are going to be out, and so that's going to be the next thing that we're going to look for to try to digest into the market.